All right, party people. I'm not sure if I'm really ever going to post this, but whatever space and time you see it, then most likely there's a message in here for ya during your soul journey. Okay. Um, so I just kind of winding down and my brain started going up. So I need to just get this out. Okay. The first message is your perception is your reality. Your perception is your reality. There are tons of different realities as people are walking around this planet, right? And then when we start interacting with others, our realities kind of merge, and then people play certain roles in your reality. Okay? Now, the type of thoughts that you feed your mind, okay, are going to be the things that you project out your eyeballs. Okay, and you're gonna try to wonder, well, there's just different resonances, there's different perspectives in the world that we're living. Okay, and that perspective shapes whatever storyline you're telling to yourself. Okay, based off your past experiences, based off your frequency level, based of the contents of your heart, based off the things you have not healed from, based off the things that you're excited or enthusiastic about, your interests. These things shape your reality. How you perceive others may not actually be the truth. Okay? There was this game I used to play when I was younger where we would sit down and we just try to make up different life stories based on characters that we will see. People just walking around. You're like, oh, this guy's a this and this and that. Right? Based off whatever's already in my subconscious mind, I create a whole story about somebody else outside of me. Okay? Through my perspective. The tricky part is the people that you have in close proximity physically in your world may or may not be the thing that you imagine them to be based off your limited perspective of who they are as a person. You're not with them 24/7. You don't know the contents of their heart or the contents of their mind. But through time, patience, you start seeing what kind of soul you're dealing with, what kind of person you are dealing with based off of life experiences and going through different cycles. Okay? When you meet people, sometimes they already have a preconceived notion of who they want you to be in their life, what role they want you to play in their life. Okay? And sometimes it's disappointing when you don't fulfill the role. If your characteristic traits of your true, authentic self does not play whatever role they want you to play in their imagination. Okay? People come from all walks of life, all different moral codes, all different kind of cultural backgrounds. Okay? Some people don't even have the same foundation of at least trying to seek truth in all things. Okay? As someone who can, I guess, pick thoughts from the air, the ethers, I can hear people's thinking sometimes, which is also annoying when they're in close proximity because I know that the thought didn't originate from my brain. It's like, but it's there. You know what I mean? But because I've trained myself not to harbor thoughts that don't really resonate with my spirit, okay, I'm able to hit them away, right? This doesn't belong to me, okay? Because that's the whole point I'm trying to say. People can cast out thoughts into the ether, right? Whether or not you catch it, you can hear it. You could intercept wavelengths, okay? But whether or not it actually is true, one is going to know whether or not it actually takes place in your heart. Now, what used to catch me up to is that there would be a thought form that's lingering, and I would hear it, and then I would get upset that it even exists, which was really stupid, right? Because as long as one thing exists, the polar opposite will exist. Okay, thought forms are just thoughts. It makes no sense getting upset off the existence of a thought unless it is actually resonating in your heart. Okay, it was just like who the thoughts are coming from was starting to hurt my feelings. Like, oh, why would this person think this of me? Okay, but then I realized not to take anything personal because everyone is operating on whatever frequency that they're on, and also they come from different backgrounds. They have different reasons why they think the way that they think. But just because they think a certain way doesn't mean that it's reality in your world or true. Or even true. Okay? Golly, that's why God knows your heart, okay? So they could sit and they could perceive things and they can stew on certain actions and, attach their own meaning to it. And that is more telling of the way that their brain thinks and what frequency that they're on than anything else. This is why sometimes people operate in the shadow and they're like, yes, I knew it. I knew that person was this and this, and right? Because it's like feeding some kind of egoic nature. No, your intuition is very important. So if you feel some off of a vibe, maybe those people are not the people you should be around. That's okay. Okay? And this goes for friends, family, coworkers, because like I said, you're choosing the frequency. You're choosing every day you wake up, you choose what frequency you are going to be channeling in on. Okay? Every thought that you've come, you could either say you're going to make it resonate into your heart, or you could just let it go and allow time to reveal all things. Okay? This is where people get also tripped up with the projecting their own thoughts onto people, and then when it actually plays out in their reality, it's like, what? I knew it, because you were more concerned with being right than being aligned with your best possible timeline. I'm also not saying that, obviously there's human nature of us, and so we experience emotion and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, the things that you feed yourself on a subconscious basis is going to be the world that you create for yourself. Rise above it. Rise above it. Okay? If you can. Because everything will be revealed. The truth always surfaces. So it doesn't really make sense, like, suffering just coming up with the thoughts. Everything's going to come up and you can ask people plain questions, this, and that. But, realities are shaped. We are co-creators. Okay, so if you and your partner, you and, your friend, whoever it is that you're co-creating reality with, if y'all not on the same page in the heart space, okay, in the heart space, because that's what it really be getting there. Like, the heart is, when your heart's involved, that is the big projector. It's the energy that causes a great projection of what reality is going to be. All right. So if your heart's still dealing with some past trauma, you don't want to get hurt anymore, and all this unforgiveness and all that stuff, you're going to project that more. Okay? You're going to project more of that onto whoever comes to co-create with you. It's going to cause you to plant bad seeds. Okay? Yeah. Know what your heart's doing before anything else. Before you start trying to read people. Okay? Really pay attention to where you're spiritually resonating at. Okay? Because it may come through in the projection. All right? And many different energies in one space. It's going to kind of hard. Puma's trying to play right now. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard for you to decipher who is projecting what thought form and when. Okay, so this is why you need to be the god of your own reality. And even though you're sharing proximity with other people, know where your heart's at and know what thoughts actually belong in your world. Okay, stand firm in your godhood in that way. So this way no one is projecting any will for you, okay, in some weird ass reality. You ever wake up and you're like, who the hell created this with me? I didn't want this. Okay, now you've given your God power away. All right? Because people really do be trying to sink you in some pits of storylines in their mind. And then you're like, this, yeah, but you didn't see this perspective or this other perspective. You know what I mean? So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. Be mindful of the frequency matches. Okay? Close proximity does not naturally equate to frequency match. Okay? You can see this where if someone's like really high on the vibe scale, right? Like, let's say they have a lot of energy. And like, let's just say you pulled an all-nighter. Now your frequency low is like low. Like, I'm trying to be reserved. I don't have a lot of energy right now. Right? So when you guys try to get into like the same proximity, the differential potential of that, you guys are going to start leveling each other out. Either they're going to bring you up or you're going to bring them down, right? Sometimes it brings contrast. There's a lot of things. So just be mindful of that. Bad mind. And somebody has too much of a bad mind, okay, they start projecting drama every way that they look, even when it may not be there, because you take you wherever you go, okay? So whatever you got up here will be the reality that you're projecting, okay? Or even rejecting, okay? So, yeah, I'm just realizing a lot of things that was projected. When there's a big enough mismatch, contrast happens, problems happen sometimes. You know, there's drama that happens because it's like, what? You know, you're trying to make me play some weird ass role in your life. And, yeah, no, thank you. I'm going to stand firm to what my reality is, you know. And those who do enough self reflection of self and self understanding of self will have a very good, clear picture of who they are authentically, right? That's not something we could turn off. I remember one time somebody was like, "Oh, you're like this all the time? Who else am I supposed to be?" I'm only versed in being me. I don't know how to be someone else. Okay, so when you call me up, just know I'm still gonna be me. All right? So just be mindful of that. That's it.